Hi, my name is Tina, and I've been thinking about doing this video for quite some time. And I just feel like it's something that I should do, that if I could help even one child go through what I did, I think that that would be the best thing in the world. Well, I grew up in McDowell County in West Virginia. When I was 14, I was sent to a group home, temporary group home, when my mother went to jail. I was there for a few months and I ran away from there. And they sent me to another one. Well, eventually I got to go back home. But home life wasn't exactly the best in the world. I had a lot of bad things going on that at the time I thought was my fault. But as I grew up, I found out different. But we'll get to that in a minute. When I was 15, the state came in and took me again for the final time. I went to a group home in Beckley, West Virginia, where I spent a few months. Went through a lot of hard times there because I was missing my dad and I couldn't find him. And I kept trying to run to go find him, which I do not recommend doing. It never gets you anywhere to run away from a group home, number one. Well, they moved me to another group home in Clarksburg. And then, with that being a temporary group home, they sent me to Camac Children's Center in Huntington, West Virginia. And I was there almost a year. I wasn't exactly the easiest teenager to get along with. I was 16, and I had a lot of emotional problems going on because I thought that nobody wanted me. I couldn't find my dad because at the time I was being told that he didn't want me. My mom was too wrapped up in herself and in her life to even worry about how her kids were, even though to this day she will still say that I'm lying. With my home life, didn't have food, barely had clothes. The bills weren't paid, so I mean, it was a really bad situation for me, and there was other things going on as well that when I brought it to the attention, I was basically called a liar. They came to me, my social workers came to me right before I turned 17 and asked me if I wanted to go back home to my mom or if I wanted to go to foster care. Well, after talking to my social workers, and finding out all the details of what was going to go on if I went home, I decided I wanted to go into foster care. So they set up a meeting with a very nice couple that I believe God put in my life for a reason. These people took me in as one of their own. And believe me, I did not make life easy for these two wonderful people. They had two children of their own who, to this day, I still feel is my brother and sister. They did not have to take me in and love me like their own. Even though I was hard to accept love, I didn't know the positivity of love. I always thought that someone had to be mean to you to show you they loved you, that was love. But believe me, that's not love. And believe me, if anybody is telling you as a foster child or going through, not even as a foster child, just as a child in general, that things are your fault, they're not. You're just a child. Parents are supposed to be there to love and protect you, not put you through the unimaginable. I went through a lot. And when my foster parents took me in and was showing me love, I accused them of having to take care of me because the state made them. I accused them of everything under the sun. I cussed them. I threw fits. I ran away once. Like I said again, I do not recommend. That can get you in a lot of trouble, not only with the law, but it's dangerous as well. So please don't do that. Your foster parents really do care about you. When they set a limit, know it's for your own good. There's a reason behind this limit. You're gonna want to you're gonna want to scream. You're gonna want to just fall off the handle sometimes. When you get to that point, talk to them. I can pretty much guarantee that they're there for you whether you think they are or not. I wish that I could take back a lot of the things that I said to mine. Because they loved me unconditionally. They didn't have to be my parents. To this day, I am 44 years old. I'll be 45 in a few months. I still call them mom and dad. I even named my daughter after my foster mother. Those two special people will never know the influence they had on me. And like I said, even at my age, I still call my foster mom when I need somebody to talk to. And she's still there for me. And they have never once called me their foster daughter. Never once. I was always their daughter. And looking back on it now, there's a few things I'd have done different. Like number one, when you turn 18, if you've only got 2 weeks left of high school, finish it. Don't say, oh, I'm 18. I can do what I want. And just take off. And I'm not saying that just to be saying it. I'm saying that from experience. I was 2 weeks away from graduating from high school. And I turned 18 and I knew I was free. Worst mistake I ever made in my life. Even though I did get my GED, it's not the same. I didn't get that moment to walk across that stage and wear that cap and gown and get that diploma that I deserved. Because in my mind at that time, all I saw was, I'm 18. Nobody can tell me what to do. Don't think that way. There's programs while you're in foster care. I'm pretty sure they still have them. If they try to get you ready for independent living, take it. You will learn some of the best stuff in the world. They will teach you how to manage your money. They'll teach you skills that you need. You will get a job. And yeah, when I was in foster care, the summer I was in foster care, I went to vocational school during the day in the summer, and I worked in the evenings. And even when I was in my senior year in high school, I was working after school. And I was learning how to have a savings account, how to work a checking account, how to pay bills. That is one of the best programs that you could ever do. As a matter of fact, after I turned 18 and left, I came back and went through the independent living program. Got the apartment, was working. Just because you turn 18 doesn't mean they're turning their back on you. Even though I thought that when I turned 18, everybody would turn their back on me. They're not just going to turn you loose and say, we don't care. Because these people do care. No matter how much you think they might not. And no matter how many times you get in trouble, it's for your own good. I used to hate when I get in trouble and have to sit down at the kitchen table or the dining room table or wherever my foster mom had me sit and have to fill out a behavioral contract. I thought at the time that was the craziest thing, that I had to pick my own punishment. But of course, don't do what I did and try to give yourself little bitty punishments. That don't fly. Because one story comes to mind to me. I was smoking cigarettes in group homes. I don't advise that either. So anything that I tell you that I have done and I say I'd advise against it, try to listen if you can. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to tell you my story. Well, I thought I was slick because I was going to school. I was catching the bus and going to work. I was doing all my things. But I couldn't give up them cigarettes. So my behavioral contract said every time I got caught smoking a cigarette, I had to wash every window in my foster mom's house. The summer that I lived with her, when I was 17, she had the cleanest windows in Huntington. Yep. And we still laugh about that to this day. Because I'd always get caught. And all I'm trying to get to you is, these people really care about you. And you may not see it now, because I didn't see it then. Because all I saw was all the stuff that I had to do. I had home visits, meetings with my mother. I had meetings with social workers. I felt like the whole world was just on my back. But now, looking back, they weren't on my back. They were trying to do what was best for me. And I thank them for that now. And I'm forever grateful for that man and woman that walked into that group home that day and let me come stay the weekend and then decided to take me in as their child. I don't know what I would have done without them. They made me part of their family, and I'm still part of their family, and they'll forever be a part of mine. But I also want to say, I know what you're going through. I've been there and done it. And also, if you ever need a friend, I'm here. And if you got any questions for me, you can leave them in the comments. And I will either answer them in the comments or I'll make another video and answer all your questions. Just know you're not alone. You're never alone. If I could go and hug every foster child and let them know that I was there for them, I would. So I have to send a virtual hug to everyone. You are important. You matter. Nothing that happened to you is your fault. You can do anything you set your mind to. Because now I am almost 45, like I said. I have 2 children and a husband that I love dearly. It took me a long time to trust people. I got married once when I was a teenager after I got out of foster care. And it wasn't the right choice for me to make. Because I was looking for something that I couldn't get until I learned to love myself. And it's okay to love yourself. It's okay to say, hey, I matter. And to say, I will get through this. Because with God's help, and your foster parents, and your social workers, and judges, and lawyers, you've got a whole support system. Don't be afraid to lean on them. And even though you don't know me, I'll be part of your support system. My heart goes out to each and every one of you. It may be bad now, but it will get better. And you can have the life of your dreams when you get older. Don't let this define you. And don't let people make you feel bad because you're in the situation that you're in. I even went through that, where I was made fun of because I was in group homes. Because you can't control some things. But you can control how you react to them. Just hold your head up high and know that one day it's going to get better. God is always with you. And He will never leave you. So, basically what I just want to say is, you can make it. I made it. And I love each and every one of you, even though I do not know you. I've been in your shoes. Just don't forget, you've got more people in your corner than you think. And they don't give up on you just because you become an adult in the law's eyes. But that's all I'm going to say for now. Just, if you want to ask me a question, or you want me to make a follow-up video, I can answer questions. I can make a new video answering those questions. Because, like I said, I want to be here for you. From a former foster child to a foster child now, you will make it. You're stronger than you think. Don't let the bad outweigh the good. I want to say this the right way. Don't let the bad stuff define you. Each one of you is special and unique. And every one of you is going places. No matter what you want to do in life, you can do it no matter what's happened in your past. Because the past is your past, and your future is your future. And you've got bright futures ahead of you. Just remember, finish high school. Number one, finish high school. Go to college if you want. Go to trade school. And then when you're ready, You're going to have the whole world under your feet. You can be anything you want to be. But just remember, all these people that you think are just there because they have to be, they don't have to be. They want to be. They want to be in your life. They want to love you. And sometimes it's hard to accept that. But the greatest thing in the world is when you have foster parents that truly love you, they choose you. And that's the best feeling in the world, to know somebody chose to love me because they wanted to. And that love didn't go away just because I become of age. So, like I said, if you like this video, give it a like. You can even subscribe. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I'll either answer them or I'll do a follow-up video. And if you want to share this video with other kids that you know are going through this, please feel free to do that. But in the meantime, please make good choices. And remember, God loves you and your foster parents love you. So, I will see you in my next video. Bye.